Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called is subsequence. So you are given two strings s and t. You have to return true if s is a subsequence of t or false otherwise. Okay, let's try to take an example. Let's take this example to understand this problem better. So you are given two strings, right? One of the strings is abc. Okay, s is the string which is abc and t, the string t is ahb G, D, C. Okay. Now what you are trying to find? You are trying to find is S a subsequence of T. Is the string S a subsequence of the string T? What do we mean by a subsequence? Subsequence is very simple. Subsequence means that you have to form. So this is S. S is A, B, C, right? And what is T? T is A, H, B, G, D, C. So between S and C, if you see, the characters A are appearing, the characters B are matching and the characters C are matching. That means it's a subsequence because all the characters are matching, right? That means it's a subsequence. All the characters of S should appear in T and also they should appear in the order. Okay, that is a subsequence. Okay, let's try to take another example to understand. Let's say you have S is equal to BAC, okay, and T is equal to AHBGDC. So even though ABC, all the characters ABC are appearing, this is not a subsequence. Why is this not a subsequence? This is not a subsequence because they are not appearing in order. They should appear in order means, for example, B should appear. If we have B, first B should appear. We are looking for B, so first character is matching. Then A should appear, but there is no A after this. So that is why this is not a subsequence. Okay, so we understood what is a subsequence. Now let's try to solve this question. So solving this question is very simple. So we have two strings. What are we looking for? We are looking if S is a subsequence of T. So let's keep two pointers. Let's say we have two pointers I and J. Now let's look at the first characters. A is matching with A, right? That means we can look at the next characters. So let's move our pointers. So J will come here, I will come here. Now what are we looking for? Okay, let me write looking for. Now we are looking for B. Okay, so until we find B, we will hold the J pointer and we look for B. Okay, we look for B. So currently we are seeing H. We don't want H, we want B, right? So we don't want H, we want B. So we will move forward our I pointer. Now I pointer comes here. Again we found a B. So what we will do? We will move forward our J pointer also now. We will move our J pointer and we will move our I pointer. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for C. So currently we are looking for C, right? We are looking for C now. Now at I we have G. So we have G. So we don't want G. So we have to move forward our I pointer. Now we have D. But we want C. So we don't have the required character, so we will move forward. Now we see a C. So we see a C. So we found a C. So now we can move forward. Now when we move forward, what are we looking for? We are not looking for anything. That means we have completed the entire S string. That means S is a subsequence of T. Okay, very simple. Let's take another quick example. So let's say S is equal to HEL and let's say T is equal to PQHRE. Okay, that's it. Now let's see if S is a subsequence of T. So how are we going to solve this problem? Very simple. We are going to keep two pointers, right? We are going to keep two pointers. What are the two pointers? One pointer we can call I, one pointer we can call as J. Okay, so first we are looking for H, right? So the first character in the string S is H. So we are looking for H. Okay, until we find H, we will keep moving the I pointer. So we have not yet found H. So what we will do? We will move the I pointer. Now what is I pointing to? It's pointing to Q. Is it H? It is not H. So what we will do? We will still move the I pointer. Now we found H. When we find H, what we will do? We know that we have found H. We have to find the next character. So now what we will do? We will move both I and J pointers. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for E. The character that I am looking for is E. I want to match E. Okay, so I'll look for E. What is the next character? I have R. So it's not the character that I want, right? It's not the character that I want. So I'll move forward. Now I found E. So now we will move forward both I and J pointers. Okay, so now what are we looking for? we are looking for L. Okay, now we are looking for the character L. We are looking for L, but what happened, the string T has got exhausted, I has come to the end, right? That means we can no more search for characters because we have exhausted all the characters. So how will we find L? We were never able to find L. That means S is not a subsequence of T. So in this example, S is not a subsequence of T. Okay, S is not a subsequence of T. So that's it. So we have understood the logic. Very simple. We are just using 2 pointers. Now let's look forward how to code it. Okay, so what we have, we just have very simple 2 pointers. Okay, so first pointer is I. For int I equal to 0, I less than T dot size I plus plus. Okay, that's it. And what is the next pointer? Next pointer is J. So J is the pointer which is going to iterate in the string S. Okay, for the string S it's going to iterate, and I is the pointer for string T. So what we have to do, we have to just match if T of I is equal to S of J. If both the characters are same, what you have to do, you have to move your J pointer. Okay, you have to move your J pointer and look for the next character If this doesn't happen, then J will not shift. Okay, we will still keep looking for the character. That's it. Logic is very simple. Now if any time you have found all characters, where will J reach to? J will reach to the end, right? J will reach to the end of what? End of string S. So if J becomes equal to S dot size, that means you have found all the characters of string S you have found. If you have found, that means you can return true here. Okay, that's it. Finally, otherwise you can return false. So the logic is very simple. Now there is just one base case. If S is an empty string, right? So if S is an empty string, anyway it's always going to be a subsequence. So in this case you can return true. Okay, so that's it. Now we will submit and see if this code is working. So it's working. Thank you for being patient and listening.